I want to talk about something that is very, very upsetting in this podcast, very, very difficult, and I'm experiencing it right now. What I want to talk about in this podcast is voices that you get in your head. It's not just any voices, it's my specific voices. Now, I made a podcast episode about the voices that I get when I read. Those are different than this because I can actually make friends with it because I can't change it. I can't, it is what it is when I read. And that's the kind of thing. But these voices turn those voices that I read into enemies, and then I can't think clearly, and it's like they've been drugged. I've been drugged. So, this kind of story is something which is very opulent to the nebulouses. It's very deep and rich in all kinds of details that I want to talk about. And I'm not able to think clearly with this voice. It's a very, very important thing. I can't think clearly. I can't hear myself think. I'm very clouded by the voice that I do hear in my head, which is basically a rhythm of curse words and other kinds of words that repeat themselves over and over and over again in a cadence, in a very loud, annoying cadence, repeating swear words and other kinds of words. And this is very bothersome to me, very annoying. Because when I try to do things, when I try to function and live my life, this voice comes in like it's coming in right now and disrupts that. It completely disrupts my life because it comes in and it ruins the peace and it ruins what I've developed and it ruins everything that I do. And so I'm not going to allow this voice to get the better of me. It started in 2024, in the spring of 2024. The seed was planted when I was doing thrift work at a local charity shop. And I was doing this thrift work at this charity shop. And then all of a sudden, I heard this voice in my head, and I was like, what is that? I don't know. What is that? It just sort of came and then it sort of developed in 2024, the winter spring period, into something that it should not be. I'm telling you right now. And the thing that it developed into was something so opulent to what I was trying to tell you earlier. It's like it developed into something so negative and so destructive and so difficult that it became impossible to think clearly. People had to be very, very careful about what they would say around me because if they would say the wrong thing, I would get mad, I would get frustrated, I would get upset. And the reason why I would get upset is because this voice would completely and utterly interfere. It would just get in the way of everything that I could think about. Every possible thought, every thing, every person, every dish, every talk, every thing that you could possibly think of. And the way that this works is that it takes what you're good at, it takes what you enjoy doing, and it messes with it, and it turns it around so that all that you can think about is the cadence in your head, and you can't get it out of your head. That's the real truth of the matter. So the real truth of the matter is that I have this voice, and the voice is really, really loud, as I probably stated before. It is a voice filled with curse words. It is a voice filled with upset and chaos and all kinds of things that matter very, very much to me when it comes to living a normal life. This voice disrupts that. So if I'm doing this and I'm not thinking clearly, it is because of the darn voice. It is because of the darn voice interfering with me living a normal life. And that's the real truth of it. Because the thing is, I get the voice when I get it. Very, very clearly, I get the voice. And what happens is it comes, it stays, and it doesn't go away. Because what happens is that spring of 2024 into the winter period to the spring of 2024, I got this voice. And what happened when I got this voice was that it kept repeating over and over in a cadence. And it kept doing the same thing over and over again. So when I got this voice, I'm exposing myself to it right now by saying certain things. When I got this voice, it became very, very bothersome for me when I got this voice. Because the voice took over everything that I could possibly do, every little thing. And I cannot erase it from my head. Just, just disrupts everything. Um, and so, I'm really, really leaning towards, not, I'm exposing myself to the voice again. I'm really leaning towards not making a video today because I don't want the voice to interfere. I know I kind of promised that, but I'm not going to let this voice interfere. And in order to do that, I have to stop it completely. I have to say, no, you're not going to interfere, but I am going to do other things, and I'm not going to let you, therefore, interfere with my life. And so I have to draw the line when it comes to the voice getting in the way of what I want to occasionally do in my life. As I was saying, this voice came in very, very loudly as it's coming in right now, very, very loudly, and it just keeps going round and round and round, never stopping. I could talk so clearly about this, but I just can't do it. And I'm sorry, but I cannot do it today. I cannot do it when I get this voice. And often this voice comes when I go out places, when I'm not at home. For example, I'm recording this at my grandparents' house. I went from home to another place. That's where I notice it come the most, is when I'm at another place entirely. And so it first started with sensations in my body that people would trigger through their words and through what they have to say specifically about going to the restroom, about needing to clean up properly, to do things in a certain way. And when they say all those kind of things, when they repeat those words that, started to get the voice going, then it just gets it going in a whole nother direction, and I can't do what I need to do. This is very difficult for me. It is very challenging to live a life with this voice that will not go away. It is very challenging. The thing is, I get this voice, and what happens is it stays for long. Because the voice comes and it says, I'm taking over your life. And I don't care if I have to push and I have to shove to get you to fall in line with me. But the reasoning is, I can't even think clearly because the whole world is falling apart. I can't even think clearly because everything that I do is against the law. It is against all that I believe in. So if you're understanding me right now, then you understand how difficult this voice truly is. I'm trying to think of a way to explain this so that you can understand. I get the voice, I've already established that. Voice comes, I've already established that. What else can I establish when I have this voice? I don't know. I don't know. I am trying to do this, but it just comes. So it repeats this random word of curse words. And it used to be just where I could function, a little bit, but then I can't function at all because it just comes and, ruins the peace in my life. And, it started out with a few curse words that slowly grew. Like I notice it coming in the afternoons most times, but occasionally it has come in the morning, sometimes. And it's this word of curse words combined with other words that make a very, very powerful cadence in my head. And so if you're seeing this, know that I apologize. Know that I'm sorry that I don't know if today I can give you the video. Because if I cannot think in a clear way, I cannot do the video. So tomorrow there will be two videos if I can't get this under control. Like if I can't get this voice to stop its cadence, I have to say I will be extra busy tomorrow and you will see two videos tomorrow and no more videos today because I cannot do it. It's as simple as that. Because when I get this voice, as I've said before, it comes in like I'm repeating myself. My words are not clear and sufficient when I get this voice. And it just is so incredibly annoying. It's so disrupting. I cannot even tell you how disrupting it is. I have to be very, very careful about what I say to make sure that the consonants are not ending with an E sound in a letter, T, B, D, E, all those kind of things. And others have to be very, very careful around me when it comes to expressing themselves because they can't say certain words and phrases because it triggers anxiety. It gets me all anxious in the mind. It gets me all worked up in the mind when I hear people say things that are against my train of thought or that rhyme with my train of thought. For example, when I say that the voice is bothersome, please know that it is bothersome. I've kind of stated this before in a way, but I want to make it clear if you're watching this that that voice that I get when I read is very, very different than this. I can make friends with that voice. I cannot make friends with this voice. It slowly grew into something very, very big and very, very large. And so, um, the thing is with this voice, I keep saying the same words over and over again. I keep saying with this voice because it just interferes, completely and utterly interferes. And so, if it ever just goes away, I can actually focus and give you the video today. I could actually do it. But this is a rare case where I get it in the middle of the day and it just sticks around and does not go away. It just is a constant thing. And the thing is, the voice comes and it's very, very disruptive. I've already said that before. Why am I repeating the same things over and over again? I can't think clearly. I cannot think in a clear, logical way. And it is very, very difficult. It's hard when I have to constantly, well, not constantly, but rearrange my life and compromise what I want to do because the voice interferes with my life. What happens is I'm trying to deliver this message in a very, very clear way, but I can't seem to do it. So I'm going to do my best. It is different than the voice that I get when I'm reading because you can't make friends with this voice. The thing to do is to let it completely play out in your head until it goes away. You have to let it play itself out. And it will not go away by willing it, by focusing on other things. It just stays. It just stays in your head until it decides, I want to go away now. I want to go away now. And I'm worried that when I hear a video and hear somebody's voice and it rhymes up with that, like there's certain words, like there's certain phrases. Like if somebody says to me, do you need to go to the restroom? It triggers the anxiety. Someone says to me, it's just fine, triggers anxiety. Because of the voice, I cannot tell you because it's too embarrassing. It's too private. This is a podcast episode, but this is also an episode letting you know that I will probably not do a video. I'm sorry to be trying and upset, but this is hard. And it's been hard since I got it in the first place. What I'm saying is, I listen to songs and I get stuck in the cadence of the voice and get very, very tuned towards like you and just and all these other words when I hear songs. I can't focus on the lyrics. I can't watch a video and focus on that. I'm afraid that if I read, that voice will come in and completely replace the voice in my head that is a friend to me. And the voice will come in and replace that voice and totally interfere. So maybe through doing this, it will it away. And hopefully, sometime this afternoon, it will go away so that I can get on and prepare this video and film it for you. But there's no promises with I go to work and it comes, and I can't focus on what I'm doing at work. In the evening, it comes. Around dinner time, it comes. And today, it just happens to come when I went out of the house and went to another place. That's when it comes. That's when it comes. It's never right before bed or something like that. It's never right before bed or when I wake up in the morning. It's always in the middle of the day and, the beginning of the day. Yeah, I'm gonna be down in a second, okay? Somebody says something and then I put it into the voice and then hear what it sounds like. If it matches up or whatever. I'm just sort of sitting here waiting till I can get my thoughts out in a concrete way. Like this is really tough. Like if you could just send me some nice comment, if you just could help me along with this, it would be a little bit easier. It would be a little bit easier for me to do this. I'm pausing. So don't mind me if I'm pausing. I'm just trying to think about everything that I want to say about this. Exposing myself to things. This. I'm saying this. Hear me. This. Did you hear what I just said? An exposure. Other exposures are there. Let me think of what else that I wanted to say. What else? What else? What else? What else is there to say? What else is there to say besides I need help with this? And so far, the help that I've been receiving is not enough because I want to get to the bottom of this. I want to get to the bottom of what in my head causes this voice to come over and over again and mess with my life. Like, I want to get to the bottom of it. My name, look at my name in my channel. The very, very first name, my very first name, if you look at the channel, people cannot say my name around me when I have that voice. Like, it's very, very difficult because that name rhymes with something that the voice says. And if somebody says my name with a consonant that is an E sound, a T, a B, a D, before and after the name, anxiety starts to kick in, especially when I feel the need to actually sit down and go to the restroom. So I want you to send comments. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I do not know what to do about this. What to do about something that will not go away. What to do about life. What to do about everything that will not go away. I mean, what to do? What is there to do but just simply sit and respond to every single thing that somebody says and not being able to think clearly? Am I going to sit and respond to every single comment when I have this voice? I don't think so, because it's too much. It's too much for me to do. I'd like to. I'd really, really like to. But when I have this voice, I'm exposing myself to the voice. When I have this voice, I can't do that. I say certain things, and I'm worried that I'm going to say the wrong thing, that it's going to be before and after the word, or, whatever. And then I think about it in my head again, like I get in my head about it again. Like, I don't care. I'm going to say whatever I darn well please. Okay? I'm going to say whatever I darn well please, and it is what it will be. It is what it will be. I don't care about what others say. It just is what it will be. So, is there anything else that I wanted to say? Is there anything else that needs to be said with this voice? Let's think a second. What else is there to say about this? Well, I can think of one thing, I can think of two things, I can think of three things, I can think of four things. Like, I can think of all these things. that I have to say about it, but I can't say it because the voice interferes. Maybe it's always a sign from the universe to lay low. I could watch a video. I can't even focus on that. I'm afraid to read because when I read, I'm not hearing the voice that I'm friends with anymore. And I cannot focus on the words that I'm reading. I haven't done it before, but I'm not going to try doing it because I know that I'm not going to be able to focus. So, this is both an apology and a podcast about this. I want to know, do you have voices in your head that bother you really, really loudly? Do you struggle from constant patterns of being subservient to voices that just can't seem to go away? Do you struggle with that? I want to know in the comments. Do you suffer from voices in your head? Do you suffer from this? And if you do, hear me when I say that it's not as easy as you might think that others have it. You think that others have something not so bad when you're dealing with a real problem, when you're dealing with something so real and so devastating and so difficult. You deal with that problem, and then you look at that other person with the voice, and you think, wow, they have it easy. They have it so easy they can do anything that they can with this voice. It's not like that. It is not like that. So I'm talking real solemnly. I'm talking real solemnly. Because the way that this voice works is if you should happen to change what you're doing, do something else, as I've said before, it just stays around. It doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. I've tried to get rid of it. I've tried every possible way of getting rid of it. I've tried talking about it. I've tried listening to music. I've tried all these things, but it will not go away. It will not just dissipate. It stays. It stays and it rots and it does all these things where it's like you have to be taught not to be caught with the voice. You have to be taught to be very, very agile with it. You have to be taught to be very young in the hands of others. I'm making up stuff. Why am I making up stuff? I'm trying to think what else to say about this. I'm really trying to think what else to say about this. What else is there to say about the voice? Or did I just cover it all? Did I cover it all? Did I seriously cover all that this voice can do? I think that I did. Let's see if there's anything else that I did not cover. Let's see. The voice is very, very loud. The voice is very annoying. I think I covered it all. So if you're seeing this, know that I'm sorry. Like, I'm genuinely sorry that I can't give you what you want, but more importantly, what I want, which is to produce videos and share them with you. And I can't even do that. I can't even do that. With that is all that I wanted to say about this. I think I've covered it all. And so I will leave you with this message. Do not let the voice interfere with your life. Continue on with your life. Just continue plodding along and pushing along. Because that's the way that you can win this. That's the way you can get over this. It's just by plodding along. It's by plodding along. Don't worry about what others say. Don't worry about what other people say or think of you. Just plod along. Plod along. That's what I'm telling you right now. You have to be very, very careful. Somebody's coming. They didn't say anything, so I think that I'm good. What else? Not going to edit this. I'm going to leave this as it is. And if something would come up, if a thought would come up, like I'm telling you, live your life. Let it play out, let it play itself out, and go live your life. Like that's what I'm telling you, honestly, is to go live your life. Go live your life. Make the most out of your life. Make the most out of it. It's precious. You're living a precious life. So if you don't make the most out of it, you're going to be lacking in it. That's the reality. So now, I urge you to do what I want to do. Implement your strategies, what you do when you get voices, if you should get voices in your head, and how you manage it. It's been enough of an episode already. Perhaps it's only been the beginning. This is the beginning of a brand new chapter in my life, in your life, in all our lives, that we're going to decide that when we get voices, we are going to continue pushing along. Like, you can't make friends with the voice when it interferes with your life, when you can't think clearly. You just have to keep pushing along. Do what you want to do, regardless of it, regardless of how hard it is. Don't make friends with it. Don't sit with it. Don't, you know, do all this kind of things because you can't. You just have to keep plodding along until it goes away, and eventually it will go away, and you'll find peace, and you'll find surrender, and that is what I am seeking right now. So, the only reason why I wouldn't be able to produce videos for you on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays is when I get this voice, and if I get this voice. Do you want to see my videos with the voice? I don't think that you do. My words would not come out so clearly. My words would be clouded by the voice. And you don't want to see that. And I don't want you to have to witness me and me witnessing myself doing a video with the voice going on in my head. It's not even a sign to take a break and do other things because I can't do other things. I cannot do other things with it. Did I cover everything I need to cover? Like, seriously? I think I did. I think I did. So, um, so I covered voice is very loud, voice is very, very annoying. What else did I not cover? What else did I not cover in this video? Hmm. Can I sit here and think about it, or do I need to be subservient to all of you who are viewing this? Or can I just express my authentic self when it comes up? I will not start a video when I get the voice. I will continue plodding along if I should get it while I am doing the video. I mean, if there's nothing else to cover with this, I think I'm going to leave it at that. You've heard enough. Thank you for tuning in to the Real Me podcast. Bye for now. I can stop this from sharing, which I'm trying to do, but I can't find the darn thing. And it went away again. What do you know? What do you know? Seriously, what do you know about technology? Um, Stop share. I'm just gonna stop the share right now. If you see my face, then here it is. I'm in a new setting. I couldn't figure out how to stop the thing. When you get these voices and they take over, don't let them win. Don't let them win. Honestly, I cannot do it. So that's all that I want to say. Bye for now.